Good day for my friends in Owensboro, Kentucky at Legit MTG. I'm Joshua Clader, and tonight we are playing a Precon and a Commander queue. Let's go ahead and get this game started. I am on the Commander Legends Precon. Let me make sure I got the right name. It is the one that features all the sea creatures. That is Kaldheim Commander. It's the blue-green one. It has some good buddies. Oh, Internet, why are you doing this to me? Why am I doing this to me? Alright, we're playing Reap the Tides, which is the Icy Tyrant of Gear Straight deck. So our commander is a 5/5 for 6. It's missing Landfall proper, but we do get to play an extra land each turn, and whenever it enters the battlefield under our control, we can draw a card. Our opponents, after I won the die roll, are on Alayla, the Brawl Commander from Throne of Eldraine, Ikra, Arden as the partners, and Morite of the Frost. And here's my commander, just in case y'all didn't believe me. Anyways, this is a 1-for-1 copy of the Precon that was released with Commander Legends. You can buy these on Magic the Gathering Online for $19.99 in tax, or you can pick them up on a store like MTGOTraders.com or any other dealer that's on there. I believe the deck price at individual cards is not too bad. Let's keep going here. If you're looking to spend $12, pick one up on MTGO off that. I think the most expensive card on here, actually it may be a little bit more than $10 or $12, because I see it does not have a price on this. So let me check my buddies at MTGOTraders. So Captain Cornhusk starts off real quick with a Savannah and a Soul Ring. I am convinced that Captain Cornhusk is the threat at the table. But I'm just really looking to develop my board and just kind of hang out. I don't want to grab a lot of attention. I don't want to put a target on myself, you know? Alright, so the actual deck cost for this, if you buy it individually, is $14.58. So not bad. The Arm for Battle one is a little bit more expensive because Wyleth is $12. But still, you're spending $24 on a deck on MTGO that you can play as much Commander as you want to with. Tentworth Discovery was super good for me, being able to ramp, because I did not have ramp. There was no Cultivate, there was no Kodoma's Reach. Nothing like that in my opener. The opener was a little weak, actually. And we actually get to start ramping now with the Expedition. I joined this game because they were looking for a 4 to 6 power deck, and I believe that I saw in Commander games that recent precons are basically in the 4 to 6 rank. And I figured I would be able to get a good feel for how the precon is. In a lower powered environment. And I wanted to see what cards I liked, what cards I didn't, what I wanted to do with the deck. Like, you could go a bunch of different ways with this commander. You can do a sea creature deck. You could do landfall. You could do ramp. And the deck allows you to go in those different directions if you're going to want to build off of it. Like the paper copy that I have built off of this, I went with a landfall theme. But it could super easily go into a sea creature deck if I wanted to scale back on the power. And what I plan on doing with these videos is, after I'm done playing the precons as they are, is making some changes, setting myself a budget, and then just going off from there. Like, the next time that I play this deck, it'll be the version that I played at Command Fest, which is closer to my paper version. And then the time after that, it'll be the actual version I would play if I had no card restraints. Like, if I could buy a tropical island, would I play it? And honestly, I don't think a lot of commander decks need tropical islands. Like, the mana is so gosh dang perfect already as it is. Like, rejuvenating the Commander Legends Blue-Green land. You've got Breeding Pool. You've got Yavimaya Coast. You've got all that comes into play tap duels. You've got Woodland Stream. You've got the Vivid Lands. Like, I think, personally, the only reason to play Tropical Island is the flex. Yeah, it's better than Breeding Pool, because you're not taking 2 points of damage. It's better than Yavimaya Coast, because you're not taking a point of damage every time you tap it for a colored mana. Anyways, I've talked about a bunch of stuff that isn't actually the game that's going on at hand. As it stands right now, I've done a pretty good job of not getting any attention on me. And Sacred Crow and NLL 8802 have basically decided to start beating up on each other, which I'm down with. Just completely fine by that. I just want to get some landfall triggers, draw some cards, do fun things that I consider fun. Now, I will say this. There are a ton of triggers in this deck. Whenever you get the landfall and the commander. My clock near the end of the game was sitting at 40 minutes, which is a full 20 minutes off the clock from where we started. I made a couple of play mistakes in this game. I'll make sure to note them when we get there. This one is coming with them. They've got haste, indestructible, and can't be blocked. Pretty stout. I believe this is a turn. I don't think things get super nutty yet. But they're close to getting there. Like they made a 14/14 Moria of the Frost Mycoloth token. I discarded the wrong card here. I wanted to keep the Fathom Mage, but I messed up. Getting the commander imprisoned on the moon was one of the funnier things that I think I've seen in a while. I think I actually want to build a second copy of this commander and do an actual sea creature theme. It seems like fun to me. And obviously I would keep the Landfall version that I have built. But just having access to another cheap deck that could be fun does not seem like it's the worst idea. But then again, having a second version of the same commander is kind of off. Maybe we could switch to Coma. Or maybe this is where we want the Tatiova deck to be. A sea creature deck. It's basically the same commander though, except one of them doesn't allow you to play an additional land each turn. I definitely copied their Mycoloth and made a 17/17 out of it. And Sacred Crow and 8802 are nearing the end of their blood feud, I guess. I'm going to make 12 tokens off my own Mycoloth. They're going to be making a significant amount of tokens as well. And having Slin Votem seems like one of those sweet things that, you know, you can do really cool stuff with, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. Also, Retreat to Kazandu felt okay, but it also felt like it didn't really do enough. Like, I'm wondering if the other retreats might be a little bit better. Like, the blue retreat lets us scry. I think that one might be better than Kazandu. Like, I don't see us needing a ton of life. I don't know. Maybe both of them. I think this is where I messed up. I go to Beast Within, this commander, and it makes a 3/3. And then later on in the turn, I'm still getting attacked by the commander, and I'm like, what just happened here? And then I saw that Dork is indestructible. A whole bunch of Mycoloth triggers are going off over here. Scared Crow is making just a ton of dorks. They desparked the Hammer of Nazahan before they died, which was just such a precious gift. So we're making some tokens here. I make another 12. And this is basically the entire squad at Captain Cornhusk. Not noticing that Scared Crow is at 6, to where I could have knocked them out. Slim Voda's getting kicked. Everything's going back to hand. I go ahead and start pumping my commander. And then Simic Charm Crow's commander. And then Crow cast their commander again, copying Kasmina. And then eventually copying Kasmina. Maybe. I hope the replay didn't get corrupted here. Or not, I don't know. Has the replay failed a little bit? Nope. It says playback finished, exiting. You can... Oop. So I guess it got corrupted. I don't actually know. Anyways, from what I remember of the game ending, they misclicked and copied Kasmina. Or they didn't misclick and copy Kasmina. They copied Kasmina and then misclicked the copy that they wanted to keep. So they kept the one that only had one they kept the one that only had one loyalty token. I ended up killing them with Slinvoda during their next turn. So they were gone. And I dealt... I did not deal enough commander damage to Captain Cornhouse to kill them that turn. So I ended up killing this opponent. A C, I believe, was a 9/9, which knocked them up to 16 commander damage. Then I played the Liege, missing a couple of points of damage there to untap these guys, to have blockers, and then left up Arcane Denial and Counterspell as backup. And that was it. So for a precon deck, this one felt pretty okay. It is lacking general direction, but since they're releasing so many precon commander decks, it feels like the ones that are getting tied up with sets that are just like a 2 of per set, like for Commander Legends or Kaldheim, that these commander decks are a scotch bit weaker. I will be back next time with another look at an upgraded version of Reap the Tides. So if you're interested in getting a copy of the precon, you can always stop by the store on MTGO. It's always there. Well, it's there until they decide they no longer want to sell it. It's $19.99 in the store. If you want to pick up the individual cards, you can pick them up for $14 or so. If you want to pick them up on or in paper, make sure you stop by our TCG Player store or Amazon.com links. We should have them in stock, and you should have plenty. The deck is fun to play. It's going to be a load of fun to actually upgrade and make it focus on its directions. Like the deck, as it was a precon, it wasn't sure if it wanted to be Landfall. It wasn't sure if it wanted to be sea creatures. I'm going to take it in a Landfall route. I'll see you next time. For my friends in Owensboro at Legit MTG, I'm Joshua Clater. I'll see you then.